Lincoln never fails to surprise me, no matter how many times I visit. This time, a hot summer day brought the city to life with the cathedral bells chiming, tourists snapping photos, and vendors selling roasted chestnuts in Cathedral Square. The vibrant mix of history and modern-day energy makes Lincoln a place that always feels fresh, yet deeply rooted in its heritage. Lincoln, a charming city in Lincolnshire, England, has a rich history that traces back to its Roman roots. Known originally as Lindum Colonia, it developed from an Iron Age settlement on the banks of the River Witham, near the Fosse Way. Over centuries, the name evolved, reflecting the city's diverse cultural layers, from the Anglo-Saxons to the Danes. Today, Lincoln's population stands at over 100,000, a vibrant reminder of its historical significance. I parked just across the museum and dove into the city's rich timeline, from its Roman origins to the modern day. Inside, there were costumes to try, Roman tunics, swords, and shields that transformed me into a legionary for a moment. Even the exhibits on dinosaurs were captivating, a reminder that Lincoln's story began long before humanity walked its hills. Lincoln's strategic location made it a significant site throughout history. The Romans established a legionary fortress here, and the city later thrived as a Viking hub, complete with its own mint. By the 12th century, Lincoln was a wealthy town known for its wool trade, particularly the vibrant Lincoln Green, made famous by Robin Hood tales. Its role as a trade center cemented its place among England's most important medieval cities. From the Battle of Lincoln during the 12th century anarchy to its role as a contested site in the English Civil War, Lincoln has witnessed its share of upheaval. The city suffered economically after the dissolution of the monasteries, losing its wealth and influence. By the 18th century, while other parts of England flourished, Lincoln struggled without major industry or sea access. Steep Hill truly lives up to its name, but its charm makes the climb worth every step. Passing boutique shops, bookshops, pubs, and high street fashion stores, I eventually reached Cathedral Square, where the awe-inspiring Lincoln Cathedral and Castle stand facing each other. It's a tiring ascent, but the view of history unfolding around you is like stepping into a storybook. The cathedral left me speechless, as always. The intricate stone masonry feels almost otherworldly, as though shaped by magic rather than human hands. The cloisters and nave are masterpieces in their own right, and the stained glass windows narrate biblical stories with mesmerizing colors. Even the cafe in the yard offers a curious juxtaposition, a pause for modern indulgence amidst ancient spirituality. Towering over the city, Lincoln Cathedral is an architectural masterpiece and one of England's most stunning Gothic structures. Once the tallest building in the world for over 200 years, the cathedral is steeped in history, with its origins dating back to 1072. Inside, treasures such as the famed Lincoln Imp carving and the rare Magna Carta, housed in nearby Lincoln Castle, highlight its historical and cultural importance. The cathedral's rose windows and experimental vaults are feats of medieval ingenuity, blending art and architecture into something truly magical. Descending Steep Hill brought a sense of relief, a mix of satisfaction and exhaustion. On the high street, I was greeted by the Stone Bow and Guildhall, where tradition meets modernity. Street performers filled the air with music and laughter, adding a lively vibe to the historic setting. The early 20th century brought new challenges, including a devastating typhoid outbreak in 1904 and the impact of 2 world wars. However, Lincoln adapted, switching to war production and famously creating the first ever tanks during World War I. Although heavy industry declined in the later 20th century, the city reinvented itself as a hub for education and culture, with developments around Brayford Pool and the establishment of the University of Lincoln in 1996. This year, Lincoln streets had an extra splash of color with Elmer's Big Art Parade. 12 patchwork elephants, each uniquely painted, were scattered throughout the city. Inspired by the beloved children's book character, these cheerful sculptures brought smiles to everyone's faces. I made it my mission to find and photograph as many as possible. Walking along the River Witham revealed a quieter side of Lincoln. Hidden pubs, floating tea houses, and scenic bridges with locks evoked a romantic charm. The tranquil waters added a soothing contrast to the bustling streets above. For a modern twist, I visited New Botham, home to big-name retail shops. While it lacks historical flavor, it feels like part of Lincoln's evolving story, a nod to the present amidst the city's rich past. Walking back to my car after clocking over 10,000 steps was a challenge, but my heart was full of memories. Lincoln calls you back, again and again, and I know I'll return. No matter how many times I visit, this city always offers something new and unforgettable.